The local Coast Guard rescues 4 people from a sinking boat 200 miles off the San Diego coast. The 4 boaters are recovering tonight in San Diego after their sailing vacation turned disastrous. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Carol LeBeau. 10 News reporter Lauren Reynolds joins us live from outside the Coast Guard headquarters with the story. Lauren?
Carol and Kim, the water and winds are calm here, but gale force winds are expected tonight for boaters, and the waters are very rough, 190 miles west of Point Loma, exactly where the sailboat started to sink, and that's why the Coast Guard had to air rescue the 4 people on board. When the Coast Guard arrived, they found the sailboat Panda lurching in rough seas and taking on a dangerous amount of water. The 4 crew members had left Los Angeles days before and were sailing to Hawaii when the situation turned ugly.
Oh, I was the one that started getting sick and couldn't stop the sickness. And so we had already turned around, we're coming back, and then we began to have equipment failures, and the seas got rougher.
It started taking on a lot more water, and that's what got a little scary when we couldn't quite keep up with that.
Fearing the boaters wouldn't make it through the night, the Coast Guard rescuers encouraged them to leave the boat behind.
We had them abandon ship into their small life raft. We then deployed our rescue swimmer down to them, and he kind of took care of getting everyone into the basket.
Once secured in the baskets, rescuers hoisted each boater up into the chopper. Within 2 hours, the rescuers had the 4 back on dry land. Sunburned and battered, all are thankful no one was seriously hurt. Still, they're very disappointed by how their vacation ended.
We've been working on that thing for 2 years, getting it ready for that trip, and then here it goes. So we'll just see what happens with it.
Hopefully we'll get our boat back. That's all I really want right now. It's out there somewhere.
The Coast Guard, a vessel from the Coast Guard, will hook up with the sailboat tomorrow morning, providing that sailboat is still there, and they will tow it back to shore if they can do so safely. Rescuers say they were really glad to pick up the people this afternoon because had they had to make a rescue at night, it would have been more dangerous for everyone involved. I'm Lauren Reynolds reporting live from the Bay. Kim and Carol, back to you.
Glad it turned out well. Thank you, Lauren.
The verdict is in tonight in a big local murder case, but the verdict won't be announced.
Members of a local sailboat are back on firm ground tonight, and they have the Coast Guard to thank. John Gregory is live now at the Coast Guard station with more on this story. John?
Ron, those 4 people were sailing from Los Angeles to Hawaii in a 36-foot sailboat. They were several hundred miles off the coast when suddenly everything seemed to go wrong. That's when the Coast Guard showed up. More than 100 miles from the nearest land, the Panda, a 36-foot sailboat, bobs helplessly in heavy seas. For the crew of 4, it was the beginning of the end of a dream trip to Hawaii.
Just a combination of things kept going wrong, and we didn't want to take any chance and jeopardize anybody's life, so we made some wise decisions.
Problems that included a case of severe seasickness for Jack Thompson. Then the ship started taking on water.
And then we lost steering, and our steering quadrant kind of just simply disintegrated, so we were doing emergency tiller steering, which is difficult to do.
The Panda was crippled, and the weather wasn't cooperating. It's hard to imagine rough conditions here in the harbor, but according to Coast Guard officials, 150 miles off the coast, there are 10-foot swells and strong winds, and conditions are only getting worse.
The skipper and I had a conversation, and he agreed that the best thing to do was for everybody to come off. So we took them all off.
A rescue swimmer was dropped into the swells to help crew members abandon ship. The operation went without a hitch.
Excellent work. Can't say enough good things about the people. Excellent.
People who make rescues like this routine, the standard operating procedure of saving lives. Now, everybody was rescued without injury. The Panda, by the way, authorities say, is probably still out there and does stand a fair chance of making it through the rough weather. If it does, the owner can then find a way to salvage it. Rollins, Susan?
Pretty lucky people tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are.
All right, thank you, John.
Question tonight about your privacy rights after a tape made by an alleged